If you're not happy with what you're watching right now, nothing you could watch is going to save it. That true change comes from within. You need to reform an element of yourself in order to derive that happiness, because I can't be held responsible for it anymore. It's just too much. Tekken's not going to save you. VR streams are not going to save you. Dollhouse streams might save you, but there was just one guy doing those, and he's on sabbatical right now. Baldur's Gate 3 full playthrough is not going to save you. Chibli Rockstar Simulator might save you. I'll give you that. Chibli Rockstar Sim might save you. You know what's crazy? I have like 5 on... Okay, never mind. The timing is scuffed. So I was about to say, I have 5 on this guy in every category, and it actually feels like I'm a god and he's like an ant. Is this how it felt going up against me at 35 when everybody else was like in the 70s? Like, look, the serve came in at like 2 kilometers per hour. Just lock in. Hey, Saba3376, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. But I take responsibility, because I think as a streamer, you've messed up as soon as you let things get in the game chat. Because you just, it just never goes well. Because I just say no to everything, and then people just suggest stuff that is like increasingly bad over time, and they don't take no for an answer. They're like, no, I don't want to isn't a good reason. You need to have some objective reason. The dev needs to be a bad person. Send them. There we go.
30, 40.
You'd love Roblox? I might actually. I like Tower Unite. Are you playing Baby Steps? This is the logical endpoint of game chat. Does Baby Steps out? Answer the question. I know the answer. You know the answer. And I know that you know that I know the answer. As I am not part of the development team for Baby Steps, I will not be playing Baby Steps. When it comes out, when the calendar changes to the day that it comes out, assuming it's not a Saturday or a Sunday, I'm on that shit 100%, bro. No doubt about it. Sims 4 Katy Perry pack? I think it's crazy Katy Perry got a custom Cybertruck, bro. She knows it's not like the year 2011 anymore, right? She what? She posted a tweet that was like, thank you, Elon, for the custom Cybertruck. Don't get me wrong. Free car that explodes for a tweet is a fairly good trade. But I would have expected that Katy Perry would have had like some PR people that were like, Elon's kind of a controversial figure right now. You might not want to get like involved with this publicly. And she's like, nah, fuck it. Unicorn Frappuccino colored custom Cybertruck. Thank you, Mr. Elon. We take those. I'm still, like, I know they've only delivered, like, 3,000 or something like that. I'm still stunned that I have not seen one in Vancouver. I see the one-piece car every day now. I still haven't seen, good shot, brother. I still haven't seen one in the wild. They can't handle the rain. I think I should try to like focus on the important points instead of bantering throughout and then losing the game. I live in the LA suburbs and I haven't seen one. That's kind of why I'm surprised. Like literally the car I see the most, without a doubt, full stop, is a Tesla Model 3. It's the car A in Vancouver. And the second most common car that I see, I swear to you, I mean, it's anecdata. It's not like a rigorous survey. I feel like the second most common car that I see is the Tesla Model Y. So the fact that I've seen none Cybertrucks indicates to me that, like, they kind of flubbed the marketing. Or maybe Elon has finally lost, like, a lot of his target audience due to his deranged social media posting. Like, maybe they're really popping off in, like, Oklahoma right now or something. Oh, that was the serve of the century, bro. Oh, that's why you don't cheat against me. This guy's good, though. Considering, like, I'm overstated. Maybe a little stat debuff from talking so much, but his fundamentals are undeniable. What a horrendous shot.
30, 40.
Yapping is a buff. It doesn't sound like English to me. Oh, risky second serve, but we take those. Why are they talking English in Madrid but French in France? Listen, brother, I ain't got all the answers. Okay? I'm choosing to spotlight it not because it made me angry, but because it might be an opportunity to mine some humor out of it. But do you ever, like, I live with the 3.5-year-old right now. I'm used to getting a lot of why questions, so maybe that's why I'm, like, pre-triggered by them in a way. But I'm also, like, maybe I'm just not, like, I'm an inquisitive person. I have a curious mind. Sometimes I'll be like, I wonder why they're like this. Like a good example from earlier in the stream. It does kind of boggle my mind that even after I've been alive for 30 years, I will still see, like, novel hotel shower designs that require me to solve, like, an escape room to figure out how to get the water to come out of the shower head.
30, 15.
But then sometimes people are like, you know, why did the restaurant laminate its menu? And I'm like, who cares? It's not an interesting question. It's not that I'm upset I don't know the answer. It's just like, why are you bogging down the conversation with stuff that has no meat on the bone, bro?
30, partout.
Come up with some more interesting questions and we can have a more interesting conversation. It's easier to wipe down? Why are you wiping down the menus, though?
40,
Who's spilling on the menus? The food isn't even out yet. That's what the menu's for. This guy's got some great shots, dude. I think if we focus, though, we got him. What a slice. He's in the spin cycle. Oh! Yeah, it's begun. It's begun.
égalité.
Every single time. I hit him with the slice, he punishes me. I gotta learn, man. Human beings are nasty. See, this is why, like, I mean, I guess it's just conversational acumen. This is why I'm like, don't ask about the laminated menus, bro. Because now we're out here talking about, like, human beings are gross.
Égalité.
Here's one thing that I would say. Why do half of the Italian restaurants on the planet have pizzas in the appetizer section? Like, that, to me, that's the sort of thing where we can get into a real meat and potatoes level discussion of, like,
Avantage.
I wonder why they would do that. Maybe we could learn something about it. Because to me, pizza's not really like an appetizer. You could share it, but I don't consider it an appetizer. I consider pizza an entree for sure. How are you making these, man? That's got to be a heartbreaker.
Ti mène 2 juges à 1. 15-0.
Oh, no. Also, I so, like, I mean, I understand where Dan's coming from with the bit. I couldn't disagree more, man. One of the great joys in life is ordering an appetizer with your meal. It's my favorite course, dude. Chibli, are you? I saw you posting earlier. Chibli, are you here? What's your favorite course? What are the courses? It depends how fancy the restaurant is, but you know, at a minimum, appetizer, entree, dessert, maybe soup salad. I'm gonna not include the amuse-bouche because it's inconsistent. And if I'm being honest with you, even if we include the amuse-bouche, the appetizer clears the amuse-bouche. Advantages to the amuse-bouche: it's novel and it's free. Disadvantage to the amuse-bouche: it's not tested. The appetizer menu is tested. They know that the stuff on there it pleases people when they order it. The amuse-bouche is always like, hey, the chef had extra Dijon mustard, so we made a Dijon mustard foam on top of like a marinated button mushroom. And you're like, I didn't order this. I ordered the damn chicken wings. What?
15-0.
Actually, that's a false point. Can I get video review, please? Outplayed. Ooh, we're back. We're at homie stuck. Thank you. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think it's his stats. I think this guy doesn't know how to power serve. I think he's pressing the face buttons, and that's why his serves are coming in at 0 miles an hour. But all the better to serve you with. Anyway, I'm an appetizer guy. I love an entree, don't get me wrong. But I'm an appetizer Andy for sure. The only problem with the appetizer, that one stung. The only problem with an appetizer is that you need everybody at the table to be on the same page, or at least like a plurality. So if you're out to dinner with like 4 people, and 3 of them only get the entree, and you're the only dude with an appetizer, you're like, because you're like sitting there eating the calamari or something like that, well, everybody else is like, oh, now our entrees are probably under a heating lamp in the back just waiting for this dude to finish up his fucking squid. Beautiful meter control. Appetizers are a waste of money? Why, they taste good, though. If you're at the restaurant to begin with, you already lost. Might as well have fun with it. Appetizer as a side, then? Yeah, but some situations are not appropriate for that. Like, I get it if you're like, you know, appetizer onion rings versus paying the upcharge to have it alongside your burger, but no one's gonna be like, hey, give me the pork chop, and can I get a side of the charcuterie plate? Motherfucker, I went too deep. Jello shots before dinner? You don't hear too much about Jello shots these days. I guess it's because I'm not a teenager. I made Jello shots in university. Even as an idiot, I will tell you, value proposition is idiotic. They don't taste good. There's a lot of preparatory work that goes into making them. Like, I mean, you have to make the Jello. It's not that big of a deal, but you're like, you don't have to make Jello to just have a beer. So I think they stay losing in that department. Okay, no unforced errors. That's all I'm begging for is here. No unforced errors. You can take a shot in like 0.2 seconds. I hope that's in my favor. Because that's what I'm getting at. Like, if the main reason you're making the Jello shots is just to get drunk anyway, because I'm assuming you're not making like bespoke fucking like hoity-toity haute cuisine Jello shots, you should just drink the alcohol, man. And then, I don't know, give the Jello to your grandma or something. Jello shot is very teenager coded, for sure. Yeah, and you're right, there's a level of like chemistry to it as well. If you use the wrong proportions of alcohol, then the Jello shot doesn't set right, and it's like you're not getting the Jello-ness, you're just getting like the flavor of the powder, but you're like, why am I, like, what are we doing here? It's fun, you get cool colors, works well for outdoor events. I'm just saying, I've never, after I made Jello shots in my first year of university, I don't know if I ever saw Jello shots again in the wild over the course of my entire life. Or, like, is this coming from real experience, or are we LARPing here? Because it might just be, I don't know, maybe it's a regional thing. I mean, I would rather just have, like, Jello and a shot, I think, than a Jello shot. There's no need to pit two bad bitches alongside each other. Big time at house parties? As an adult? Jello shots at a house party as an adult? That's crazy to me. Do you live in the Midwest? I'm just trying to come up with a reason. I'm trying to divide us. I do? Okay. Work happy hour? That might be the only reason that makes sense, because at least then you can take like an extra half hour at lunch, and if your boss is like, hey, why are you procrastinating? You're like, I'm not. I'm making the Jello shots for the after-work mixer. That was an amazing serve. He's cooking me now? He learned how to do power shots? That was my only advantage, bro. Pay attention? Okay, I see what you're saying. Lock in. Beautiful, beautiful. Try to slice me, I'd rather slice you. You don't want to be at the net versus me, brother. I got a 37 power stat. You don't want to be at the net against me. I'm a different kind of beast. I play slices. Horrendous shot. Fair enough. I'm just surprised at people going to bat for Jello shots. I thought we were all going to be on the same page. Someone in chat said, I don't want to offend you, but how many girls did you hang out with in university? Plenty. And they were drinking all sorts of fucked up candy garbage, but they weren't drinking Jello shots. It requires like a serious commitment to preparation that borders on alcoholism. Sometimes you don't know at noon if your ass is getting drunk at 8, bro. So what do? You keep a bottle of fucking like vanilla Absolute in your pantry or something like that for emergency situations. You're not out here doing Jello shots. some kind of strawberry infused liqueur or something like that, where like having 1 ounce of it gives you a headache for 2 days.
15.
There were Jello shots at nearly every frat party. Different culture, man. We had a drink at our school called Purple Jesus, and it was just any kind of alcohol you could conceive of, dumped in a bucket mixed with
40.
purple
30.
juice of any variety. My school has a history of the color purple. You hit that? Holy cow.
Jeu tir. 2 jeux partout.
Ooh.
0. 15.
What was... He's mad. He's mad. Jello shots were semi-frequent. I don't know. I guess we were just cut from a different cloth.
0. 30.
At my school, people were just like, you know, they were drinking games, but they didn't make the production of the alcohol into a game. They just kind of drank it. You taped 40s to your hands, way classier. I didn't say anything about class. Did I ever say jungle, or not jungle juice? Did I ever say that Jello shots were trashy? Maybe I thought it to myself. If you're like middle-aged and you're taking Jello shots, I'd be like, yeah, that's a little, it's kind of a red flag to me, but it, you know, I'll evaluate the totality of your character, not just your beverage choices. You implied it? No, I didn't. You have mental illness. You're shadow boxing right now. You got a history of talking to individuals who aren't me, and you're making it my problem.
40.
Yeah, but later you said it? Yeah, that was later.
30. 40.
I gotta stop hitting this dude with the backhand slice, dude.
Égalité.
You did say it bordered on alcoholism. Well, it honestly, like I feel like he's got me in the spin cycle.
Avantage. Fédéraire.
If you're having Jello shots semi-frequently, that is, I can't responsibly say it's alcoholism, but I would say that it sends a troubling message. Like, bro, you're like preparing to get drunk already. Like you're treating it like it's a sporting event, like it's game day. Like you're like, hey, you want to come get lunch? Oh, I can't. I'm like spending an hour and a half making the shots that I'm going to drink later tonight. Didn't you just do that 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we go again. It's college. I honestly, like, this is not fair, but honestly, arguing against 7,000 people at once isn't fair to begin with. So, like, I have to use some rhetorical techniques. I think you're LARPing. I could see having Jello shots and being like, oh, they were okay. The kinds of people who are going to bat for Jello shots like it's some kind of cultural touchstone, I don't think you've ever had them. You got me, kid?
Jeu fédéraire. Fédéraire.
Surely when you're older, you're more likely to make them because it's less frequent. No, when you're older, you just have like a beer or a cocktail or a beer or a glass of wine.
15. 0.
95% of the time? No, motherfucker, 100% of the time. 100, maybe 99.5% of the time. If I was having lunch with my aunt and she was like, I made Jello shots last night, I'd be like, are you okay? That's scary, bro. It'd be like you're in your 60s, you're making Jello shots at home. I didn't realize Jello shots were such a sacred cow, man. What other elements of like 80s college stoner comedies do you like? Are you guys still going on panty raids and stuff like that? Other shit that should be left behind in a bygone era? That's not fair, NL. That's not. It's. I told you it's a rhetorical technique. Yes, Chibli. Thank you for bringing it up. I have indeed seen. It's one of my favorite tweets of all time. The dude trying to get Elon Musk to notice him, and he's like,
40, 15.
You wanted a glass of wine. I told you it has to decant first. You grabbed the bottle and said Honey Badger drinks when he wants. I made the clutch move of ordering us pizza at 1 a.m. That's a classic right there. It's one of my favorite tweets. It's actually my favorite expression. Here go 2 more for y'all.
Je tire. 3 jeux partout. Deuxième set. Tie break.
I gotta blow my nose, dude. Can you chill for a second? Can you not hit a service ace so I can blow my nose? I didn't expect the game to go on this long. Oh, because we're in a set tiebreaker. I understand. I was like, why are we mixing up the services like this?
1 partout.
What about the guy who tweeted he would suck Elon off? That's another. There's a lot of Elon replies that are, I consider, in the running for best tweet ever made. For sure. That's also one of them. Undeniable. When you see true talent like that, I mean, you just got to stand in awe. Just the way that he phrased it, too, is like, dude, I'm like probably the least gay person you ever met, but like I would take one for the team and suck you off just because you're Elon Musk. And then somebody replied that was like, I think you might be gay. And he's like, what? Bro, no. Like, you're telling me you wouldn't do it? Like, yeah, it would be like torture for me, but I would do it.
2 partout.
No. That's the shot you can't hit him with because then he punishes you immediately with this. Okay. He's stamless. I am also borderline stamless. No. We keep our stam. Around these parts, we keep our stam. Good footwork.
3, 2, tire.
Who's that guy for you? That guy doesn't exist for me. I'm not putting on airs. There's nobody on earth. Like, A, I'm not gay. Secondly, would I suck someone's dick to save their life? Yes. Would I suck someone's dick if they tweeted with like they're 57 years old and they tweeted, I'm in a bit of a sexual drought right now? No, I would not. I would say, figure it out, buddy. You're old. That's not my problem. Hypothetical, insane situation. They got bit on the penis by a snake. I'm the only person around to suck out the venom. Yeah.
3 partout.
I'm straight, but at the same time, I don't want you to die just because you got bit by a snake. Like, that's kind of unfair. I'll suck the venom out till climax. But just because it's been a while? No, bro. If ladies don't want to sleep with you, then I sure as hell don't. I don't to begin with. But I'm using the wisdom of crowds on this one. If all those ladies are saying, like, I'm not interested, then I'm out until further examination for sure. Plus, like, even if it's been a while for Elon, there's no point in sucking his dick. He's just going to be hungry again 20 minutes later. Bro, you're in the spin cycle. Be spun. Good enough. Good enough? What is he talking about? It's a famous tweet. You're not used to this stream, and it shows. And that's fine. It's not your fault. I'm sure you're used to other streams. Chat! I got a burrito for the first time yesterday. Ew, wow! I didn't know they taste like that. Tortilla, so good. Beans, wow. And the rice? Around here, we're talking about other stuff. We're not like, it's raining. We're talking about real human issues that separate us from the other animals in the animal kingdom, okay? Why do you hate Apollo? That's obviously not Apollo. He lives in Texas. He's had burritos before. Now, does he pronounce it gochujang instead of gochujang? I bet he does, but he didn't live in Daegu in 2011 like some of us, okay? So we gotta cut him some slack.
3, tee.
Got his ass. Got his ass. He doesn't know how to perfectly pronounce a foreign word. No!
6, 3, tee.
Triple match point. Honestly, we gotta, even if we win, which is not guaranteed, but obviously he's looking good, we gotta give this guy some serious props. He's understated and hung in there the whole way. What a shot, bro! You're going back to the well one too many times. Never mind, you're better than me. Good hit, good hit.
6, 4, tee.
Just ace him, bro. Just ace him. I'll settle for that. I'll settle for that. Then hit him with his own medicine. He's a grinder, bro. He's got the perfect kind of... He might not be the most skilled guy in the league, but he's got that perfect kind of character that you want on like a third or fourth line center. You know, someone who's not afraid to win board battles. Get into the tight spots where like possession occurs. Break some ankles. I knew it. I knew it. Then, hit him with an own ankle breaker. I'm breaking your... Just be dead, bro. I got stuff to do, okay? Let me win. This is crazy. Like, the man is cracked!
6, 5, tee.
Kill him. I want to see blood. He knows. He knows. We do this too much. I think you and me are destined to do this forever. Yeah!
Second match, tee. 2, 7 à 0. 3, 1, 4, 3.
We barely cleared him. Any chance I'm level 7? Yay! You must reach level 8 to give 2K Games your credit card. Oh my god, I can finally blow my nose. That was an insanely good one. That was incredible. It felt amazing. Did I unmute? Yeah. Love that for you. It feels so good. Was it chunky? Yeah, there was production. It produced. Semifinals of the French Open. Green shit in there? Yellowish green? Yeah, yellowish green. My current hypothesis, okay, good game. Honestly, I'll just level with you, buddy. Enjoy your victory. I'm not wasting. I got 27 minutes of the stream left. We go next. We're not going to be doing that. That's psychotic. Good game, sir. Good game.
Tee au service. Jouez. Jeu, second match.
Does anyone else just blow their nose and nothing comes out? Yes, all the time. Heat son or insider daughter? I gotta say the insider daughter, and they're both okay. Everyone's Chiblee coded, man. They're all putting all of their stats into power. Heat is a great movie, but The Insider requires a more sophisticated cinematic palette to understand. I feel like Heat Sun that's like default. Lads love Heat, myself included. Insider Daughter, to me, is like they're a real cinephile. We take those.
15, 0.
Huh? Oh, is that too cerebral for you? Okay, Shrek 2 son or Puss in Boots The Last Wish daughter. It's tough because one of them's the best movie ever made, and then the other one has the most realistic depiction of a panic attack that's ever been put to screen. Hold. Get some early momentum. Great slice. You like the ankle breakers too, huh? A lot of people out there obsessed with the ankle breaker. Okay, well, tell me how that strikes you. Tell me how you like having your ankles broken like this. Tell me how you like being out in no man's land. For what reason? For what reason are you out in no man's land here? For that reason. I wouldn't say he's in the spin cycle yet. Never mind. He was dizzy.
40, 0.
Why are there so many people standing around? Bro, it's tennis. Those are your ball boys, your line judges. A couple of people representing the Rolex Corporation. Maybe an advertising executive from the LVMH multi-brand conglomerate, something like that. You know, just people with your best interests in mind. Huge, huge. Cross-court me. I'm starting to get into the blank son or blank daughter questions. There's something to learn about them. Tennis daughter or pickleball son? I mean, honestly, on that one, either would be fine. I would have to go pickleball son. I think for someone who's not played pickleball, I just have to say I am a pickleball defender because I think it's the most unfairly maligned sport on planet Earth. And you know, I think the other thing that strikes me about it is the real problem is the hypocrisy. I know there's hypocrisy because people talk shit about pickleball and then they come into my chat and say something like, I wanted to play pickleball, it looks really fun. But I don't want to do it because the main player base is over the age of 50. Hey, I've always wanted to go to Red Lobster, but I don't really like seafood. What the fuck are you talking about? This is why I say it's disingenuous, bro. Yeah, that was a great smash there, I'll give you that. Chat's not going to like it, but you're right. I mean, the people out there playing pickleball, they're just living their life, bro. Just cut them some slack. There's nothing more serious about it than that. Pickleball is tennis for people with no pulse. It's literally just a game. I don't understand why you're trying to divide us. It's a game. It's a sport. They're living their lives very loudly in residential areas. What do you mean residential areas? Aren't people supposed to do hobbies like where they live? You know, if we're going to live in this like carless utopia that you're all prognosticating, like you're going to have to deal with some people doing some stuff that annoys you in your presence, because otherwise, right now they got to drive to the fucking pickleball zoned section of Springfield. No, it's not zoned for pickleball here. You're gonna have parks and shit in your neighborhood, bro. Kids are gonna be like skateboarding. They're gonna be bouncing basketballs and stuff like that. That's bad. I could have told you that. I don't know. It's the anti-pickleball discourse is just crazy to me. Like, you could just say, like, you hate old people and be honest about it. At least I wouldn't respect the opinion, but I would respect the honesty. Okay, there you go. Now they're saying it. Just be careful. You know that Twitch can and will use that against you when determining appropriate penal action on your account. Origin, back me up on this one. A lot of Twitch discourse reminds me of that comic that's like, it's a dude with his hands in his pockets whistling, and then an arrow is pointing to him that says normal guy, and then there's a craven-looking gremlin-type guy that's like, I hate everyone. It reminds me of that a little bit. Like, why the pickleball hate, man? They're just out there getting a little cardio. I was going to say they're not bothering anybody, but obviously they're bothering people a little bit, but... I think people, like, you know, they're of the opinion they would rather have other people outside, like, making no noise at all. I know the truth of that, which is that basically they're outsourcing the nuisance to me. Because if you're in... Oh, what a serve. If you're inside making no noise that bothers other people, you're probably in my chat pissing me off. For many of you, I'd rather that you were outside, you know, blasting a speaker or something right now. You're doing a service? Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to, I don't know. People, I'm just one guy, okay? I'm just one guy with one guy's opinion. I feel like part of the erosion of social fabric, hang on, comes from like not leaving your house, but being trained to have an opinion on things despite not encountering them in the real world. It's not always true. You could have a disagreement with me on something that we both have lived experience of. But we really got kids in like the 10th grade out there that got strong opinions about, you know, pickleball. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Go outside, you know, go to the pickleball courts, look at your fellow man getting some exercise, having some fun. It'll put a smile on your face, and we'll be closer as a result. Like, to some, my perception, because I've been out and about so much more since having a kid, because staying inside makes me go crazy. Nobody hates the outside more than the people who aren't outside, which doesn't make sense. And all they complain about is the stuff that's going on outside. And I'm like, you're not there, man. Don't you hate it when people, when they're in the park and the Bluetooth speakers and I'm at the park right now, there's no Bluetooth speakers. Why are you making up something to get mad at? Well, you have like your soy milk latte. Just come out to the park, get some vitamin D. We'll have a great time. I mean, we won't talk to each other, but we'll have a great time. Well, it depends. If you bring your kid to the park as well, if our kids interact, I might say, how old is your child? And then, you know, I mean, that's usually the end of the conversation at that point. You're still alive, huh? Not just alive, but thriving. I really thought I'd catch him cheating on that one. Trying a little inside-out mix-up. I was thinking about it today, and I think I'm paraphrasing a tweet that's like something like, you ever look at somebody's profile and they have 0 followers, but they still tweet? Like, why don't you just buy a diary? So, sometimes I feel like that on social media. When I see someone post something insane, then I click on their profile to see how I avoid going down the same path that they went down. And I'm like, you really tweeted like 4 times since the tweet that made me mad that you tweeted 37 minutes ago, and every single one of the tweets is on like a different subject? That's crazy, bro. Oh, that wasn't a fault? Like, I feel like if you look at a 5-year average of someone's Twitter history, if you average more than 3 tweets a day, not replies, maybe you're using replies for something, but if you average more than 3 tweets a day over a 5-year period, you need to speak to a psychiatrist. If you average more than 10 tweets a day over like a 3-month period, you need to be committed to the hospital. There's no, and there are 10 is like fairly low. Like there's people out there that are tweeting like 40 times a day to 6 people, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, why do you have so many opinions? It's kind of exhausting. And I'm like a professional opinion haver.
30, 0.
Why it's not time consuming? You got me backwards. I just think something has to be like kind of askew mentally to seek that much attention out directly. I will also understand that I'm a little biased because I get attention that I don't want, largely from the Pokemon community. So I guess like the grass is always greener on the other side, but there's an element for me of like, you know, you have anonymity. You should enjoy it. You shouldn't be trying to go viral. Like, don't you hate it when they use an end piece on your sandwich at the sandwich store? This is ridiculous. Some of us don't like end pieces. You should just become a writer or something. Become a poet. Great serve.
15,
No sandwich store does that. I know. How do they do it? Do they break, or do they just throw the end pieces away? Maybe they use them for croutons or something. People don't always tweet to go viral. I know. That's why I'm saying they need to talk to a psychiatrist. Let's figure out like what's actually behind the motivation there. Because like some of the tweets are designed to go viral. They just don't. I mean, you could usually tell. And then, I'm not trying to rag on them too much. Some of the people are just, 15 years old as well.
15, partout.
We chop them up for binder. I've never been an end piece guy myself, but as my daughter and I are the only people that eat bread in our house, I've become an end piece guy out of necessity.
40, 15.
It's honestly like just a beautiful serve again. Thank you for your service. Has to be done. You know what happened is eventually my completely baseless distaste for the end piece got folded. Anybody else see that?
Premier set.
Did we all just get banned from my chat simultaneously? I had the same thing. My chat disappeared, and then it came back and said, you cannot chat until a moderator unbans you. I was so scared. Oh, was it bait? Oh, I've been baited. It's good bait, man. Bait is believable still. Basically, my desire for my desire to eat a sandwich overpowered my distaste for the end piece.
2, 1.
Why would you be scared that a mod could ban you? You're the streamer? Well, because, like, I have no skills and my livelihood is, like, 100% dictated by 2 enormous tech companies that I truly believe have good people working at them, but from a corporate top-down directive level would, like, snuff me out of the internet in, like, 3 seconds indiscriminately if they thought it would improve their profit margins. So, like, you're never feeling totally secure. If you're a small business owner, and you own your building, you're like, I can go to my store tomorrow and then, like, keep making sandwiches with end pieces. But Twitch and Amazon and Google own the store. They also own the road that you use to get to the store. They also own the car that you use. You got me on that one, brother. The car that you use to drive on the road to get to the store.
Julio.
Why?
5, 3. Julio.
Come on. Don't worry, the bank owns that. I actually don't mind. I don't mind the bank. Maybe an insane take. I feel like a bank has no reason to bend me over because the business is already bending you over. Like, they stand more to gain or to gain more by just having you as a loyal customer than by scamming you. Because if they scam you, you might go to a different bank.
6, 4. Julio.
But if you just keep doing business with them, they'll keep paying you 1% on your deposits and then loaning it out at 6% to, first-time homeowners.
Jeu et premier set.
It's the greatest business of all time.
3. Julio mène 1-7 à 0. Deuxième set.
Just set one. We don't sweat it.
0, 15.
Try 8.25. 8.25? What are you buying? A Dodge Charger?
15 partout.
This guy's a legend. When he gets some stats, it's over. He's even mixing up his serve. He's not doing the same serve every time. Is this allowed? I don't know if Americans know this about Canada. I'll guarantee you they don't, because why would they ever know this about Canada? It's mind-boggling the diversity of banks that exist in the United States of America. You guys actually have like regional banks, state banks, district banks, independent banks, credit unions. In Canada, there are, functionally speaking, there's like 4 or 5 banks. Every once in a while, you'll be like out in a different city, and you'll be like, what the fuck is Canada Western? Canada Western Bank? How can this business survive? It hasn't been bought by CIBC, RBC, TD, Scotiabank, or BMO yet? Like, how did that happen? Hold. This guy, he's got me in the spin cycle, bro. No. Recover. That's a good recovery.
30 partout.
Don't even get me started on EQ Bank with
40, 30.
Eugene and Dan Levy. I live in America, but I use a Canadian bank. Jay, one of us.
0. Deuxième set.
It's got to be TD. It's the only one that has consistent American presence, I think. I know we're way down here. I don't see any reason I can't come back. Should probably just untilt and stop getting into arguments with my chat. But it takes 2 to tango. You guys got to stop arguing with me as well. I had like a revelation. This is why I'll never take psychedelics. I started thinking to myself, why do people in chat argue so much? And I realized it's because arguing is fun. Like, I'm getting into arguments and like letting my emotional state be affected when you motherfuckers who are arguing most vehemently against me probably agree with me. But you're like, it's just fun to be like, I want to be involved. The thing that you said that I agree with, actually the opposite is true. That makes a lot of sense to me. It is very annoying, though. But also, being annoying is fun. I wouldn't know because I've never been a younger sibling, but I can only gauge that based on the behavior of others that I observe. Is this self-gaslighting? See, look, there's an example of someone who's having fun being annoying. Tell me I'm wrong, bro. Tell me I'm wrong.
40.
Based. Most of it is take farming. I will tell you straight up, I'm not take farming.
30, 40.
Almost ever. And that's what annoys me. Because I'm like, I feel like
Égalité.
the reason that I'm insane is because society is insane. And by what I mean by that, I think we touched upon it last week. I got the wrong brain at birth because I use rhetoric and reason to determine my behavior, when what I should have done and what like 92% of society does is easier, You just observe the behavior of those around you and go, oh, I'm going to do that. But then if you start questioning habits that people have that they generated from mimicry, they start to say things like, you can't talk about this. I hate this discussion, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm just asking questions like, why can't Richie Tenenbaum be in love with his stepsister, bro? I get that it's not done. I have eyeballs just like you. I'm just saying, like, why is it not okay for Richie Tenenbaum, bro? They're not blood related. And then people they throw in ad hominem attacks. Oh, we found out his fetish. No, you didn't. You found out that your argument is weak, that you're resorting to personal attacks to try to defeat it. I just can't, I mean, if you could hit me with some reasoning beyond it's not done, the blood relation doesn't matter, they're still siblings. You would not catch me saying the blood relation doesn't matter, that's Fallen Flame, you take it up with them. Worst double fault timing in history, for sure. There's no reason, it's just strange. All right, well, as long as we're starting on the same page, don't date your sibling, LOL. See, this, again, why are you so afraid to argue the point? Are you afraid you might discover something about yourself? That's not the point. You're arguing beside the point. It's like wearing 3 hats. CEO of analogies. Power dynamic issue. What do you power dynamic? It's not the stepfather. That's a fucked up situation. That's like some Woody Allen shit. I'm talking about Richie Tenenbaum. They're like the same age. Gwyneth Paltrow might even be a little bit older, bro. We're back on this. See, I win the argument because you can't argue. It's just we're still on this. Isn't he over this yet? I thought we discussed this already. Don't do it. Like nobody can argue the point, bro. I'm saying Richie Tenenbaum. I'm giving him the base seal of approval. Now, would I do it? No, it's not done. You'll be judged. You'll be mocked. Don't return to that side. Richie should know that more than anybody because he's in the public eye. Who the fuck said power dynamics? Yeah, okay, no, I know what you're saying. It's only okay if they were born at exactly the same time. Then the stepsister and the stepbrother can ethically be in a relationship with what a serve. I was yapping. He got me. Honestly, we had a stat advantage over this person and they beat us. They're just the superior player. Let's see. Don't mix familial and romantic. Yeah, but you didn't... do people let you talk like this in real life? Am I the only motherfucker who took an English class? That's not a point, man. Why? And you're saying, well, why didn't you ask why? I'm asking why. Don't just say it's not done. What's the reason it's not done? You can say because the vibes are off. That's fine. I'll accept that. Because it's weird? Okay, but why is it weird? Why are the vibes off? I agree the vibes are off. I just think like, it's the same thing where you ask somebody like, boom, gun to your head, cut off your penis or cut off your balls. And they're like, I would simply use martial arts to take the weapon away from the attacker. No, you can't. It's a special gun. It's glued to their hand, okay? You can't do it. Well, I would move my head out of the way faster than the bullet. You can't. You're locked in a saw trap that keeps your head immobile. Like why don't you just answer the question? You chopping off your cock, you chopping off your balls. I'm going cock, 100%. I can't stand to lose these guys. I almost lost them once before. Answer the question. Don't be a coward. I'm trying. Oh, man. 3 hats would be fucking weird. Yeah, I mean, wearing 2 hats is weird to begin with. Cock grows back, so it makes sense. People aren't ready for that yet. It's true, though. You just rub some crystals on it. Okay, let me see if my wife is ready to stream. Hello. Are you ready to stream? You know, I also feel like I stopped feeling bad for killing spiders. It's like just losing empathy because of the fact that they keep invading my personal space and thus I have to kill them. Then aren't spiders like one of those creatures where when they reproduce, the female spider grabs the male spider's head and rips it off of his body? That's only a few species. Because like I've been thinking about that when I kill a spider. I'm like, it's not like I really cost them that much. I'm like, he probably would have just been going home to get his head popped off anyway. His clock was, it's not like he was about to have like, you know, a rich 30-year life after I didn't smush him, you know? He's like, hi, honey. Whoa, really? It's true. They do also have like 100 at a time. Why is saying the vibes are off better than saying it's weird? Because I feel like the vibe speaks to like a fundamental principle. Your amygdala is telling you that something it's making you uneasy. Something being weird is an inference made from the frequency with which you see it in society, which may be indicative of it not being something that should be done, or it might just be something that's not done because it's never been done before. The vibes, I feel like, comes from a place deep inside of your brain, whereas weird comes from the world around you. I try to come up with my behavior from the inside out instead of the outside in. Imagine if you got divorced, though. Bro, you're right. So awkward. Your ex-wife's at Christmas every year. Urgh. And like your parents might be on her side. That's rough. That's a good, but honestly, that's the actual, people think I'm joking. That's the actual best argument so far against the Richie Tenenbaum, Margot Tenenbaum situation. That could screw up their whole family dynamic for sure. People have been making that argument for 2 hours. Well, speak up, Junior. Lots of other people were just saying it's weird. You got to tell those people to shut up so that the great ideas can rise above. How do you explain to your kid that your brother is also your nephew? You don't have to, because he's not your nephew. He's your son. I don't know what you want me to say. But you're his dad? Yeah, that's why he's your son. Garage door has just closed. Can you send us to Kate? As soon as I get the go-ahead, I would love to. We're spinning our wheels, rhetorically speaking. Low blood sugar, dehydrated, lips are getting chapped. Got to blow my nose with some real Kleenex instead of some toilet paper. Trust me, brother. I'm not the one locking you in here. I'm burdened by the same captivity as you. Hang on, let's see here. Let's see. Topspin is great at stealing your mouse pointer. I would like to have my mouse pointer instead. Here, let me see. It was a long message. I have half siblings. I've had step siblings. They were all family. Once that relationship is formed, it's weird. But if you're older, you're like, yeah, your parents got married, but we were nearly adults. Not weird. Maybe it's something, maybe my amygdala is broken because I never had siblings. But for me, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it feels like to have a brother or a sister. I don't know what it feels like to have a brother, a stepbrother or a stepsister. All I see is like Luke Wilson, Gwyneth Paltrow. They're not related. He's related to Owen Wilson. And she's related to her daughter, I suppose. I don't know if she's got a famous family. Did you not have close cousins? Nah, my cousins and I aren't really close. We kind of we try more now, but it's tough because 7 of them live in my hometown, and I live 5,000 kilometers away. So I'm always kind of like the Johnny come lately to the dynamic. Having kids has made it a little easier, though. We've all got kids around the same age, so if we're at like a family event, then we just kind of push the kids into the center and then talk about how tired we are.